I just want to say thank you, Joe, for having me for this documentary. I won't let your fans down. We got your audience that's tuned in, and we got some really good stuff here. I'm going to share it. It's my documentary. It's my story. But before I get into the story, real quick, we're going to conclude with the most valuable secret, and I have it right here in this envelope. And if you stay with the whole video, this is worth its weight in gold, let me tell you. And I love my gold. But let's talk about real quick about time. See, as we know, time is more valuable than money. Okay, you know that, because you can always get more money, but you can't get more time. So we know time is more valuable than money. Joe knows, you know, I know. Your time is valuable, my time is valuable. So I want to cut right straight to the chase and make this as very effective for you. First of all, everybody has a story. You got a story, Joe's got a story, I got a story, we all got a story. And everybody's story is a potential bestseller, right? Whether you want to bottle it and you can sell that and make a lot of money on it. But I want to tell you my story. So here's my story. When I was born at a very young age. Very young age. When I was about knee-high, size of a grasshopper, I knew I wanted to be where the lights were shining on me. I knew I wanted to be where the lights were on me because I had a talent. I had a music talent. I had a dream. Now, one of the things about dreams is dreams are very fragile. And I want to get this in your head because picture in your mind's eye a bubble, all right? Now imagine that, a soap bubble. Now, we're not talking like if Joe was going to take a bath, he's thinking about having a bubble bath, so he eats baked beans before he takes a bath. Not that kind of a bubble. We're talking about you go down and get you some real good soap and get you a bubble. You've seen a bubble. A bubble could be, picture that in your mind's eye, metaphorically. It's in your hand. It's floating in midair on a windy day near the jagged rocks. What can happen? I can tell you what's going to happen. That bubble could be burst, could be popped, could be destroyed, shattered, like that. And how does it happen? By the negativity that's in the world. And so picture your dream as that soap bubble floating on a midair on a windy day to the jagged rocks. You got to protect that dream. It's very fragile because that's what your dream is now, see? People could tell you that you can't do something, all the negativity that's out there. I'm going to tell you something about happened to me, see? I told you I was very young. I had a talent. I knew I had a musical talent, see? So I would sing, and they call me Donny. And I had one guy say to me, he said, Donny, have you had your tonsils removed? I said, yes, I have. He said, well, why don't you try putting them back in? Maybe you sound better. I thought, what the heck? I didn't realize he was insulting me. Another guy, he said, are you singing or are you gargling sand? Gargling sand? Could you imagine picturing your mind's eye trying to gargle sand? Yeah, right. I had one guy say, gee whiz, I've heard better sound coming out of a radiator being drained. So, you know, you're going to come in contact with all this negativity, but you got to be like the ant. Now, I love the ant because ants now, let me tell you something. You know, did you guys know that an ant will never quit? An ant will never quit. Let's say you put something in front of an ant, like a rock, big rock. Now that ant will try to go around that rock. If it can't go around the rock, it'll try to go over the rock. If it can't go over the rock, it's going to try to go under the rock. If it can't go under the rock, it's going to try to eat its way through the rock. Because an ant will never quit until it dies. And you got to be like that ant, especially when you have a dream. And that dream, like that soap bubble floating in midair on a windy day near the jagged rocks, is very fragile. So you got to nurture that dream. You got to protect that dream because you're going to come in contact with a lot of negativity. See? Now that brings me to my first wife. I've been married 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and I have right here. Look at this. I have this, but in here I'm going to show you this. Look at this now. Isn't that gorgeous? I've gained a little bit of weight. I can't wear that one no more, but I still love it. That's gorgeous. And remember I was telling you about that time is more valuable than money? There's some nice cufflinks, and they got little clocks on them. And I wear those to remind myself of how valuable time is. And look at that, gorgeous, just gorgeous. I can't wear that, like I said, I've gained a little bit of weight. Now, I'm gonna tell you real quick about My first wife, see, my first wife, the problem was she was born a pessimist, see. She was born a pessimist, and her blood type was B negative. B negative. And my blood type is B positive. So if you try to put a negative and a positive together, you got a recipe for disaster, right? That's what happened. Here come along now my second wife. Been married 3 times now, remember. My second wife, she worked at a bank. And I had to cut her loose because she turned out to be a teller. Now, I was just joking about that, but it is a joke. But she did work at the bank. And that didn't work out. I'm gonna tell you what happened was she knew that I had a lot of money. She knew I had a lot of money. And I used to wear, well, I still wear, I have a little bit left here. This is a Barrel Monkeys puts this out. It drives women crazy. It smells like money. And it really just drives them crazy. It's about $400 for a bottle about that size. Try to use it very sparingly because you get yourself in a lot of trouble there with that. But I do keep that on me. I always keep that right there. But anyways, moving on now to number 3, wife number 3. My third wife, she was she was a ski instructor, my third wife. And that went downhill real fast, okay? I mean, that went downhill real fast. What happened is I gave her an inch and she thought she was a ruler. You know what I'm saying? And so I told her the last thing I said to her was, "You've 2-timed me for the last 2 times." And then that was it. So I've just been a bachelor now. I just focus on my talent, work on the chords, do all that kind of stuff, make money. I'm successful. Told you I had a secret. We're gonna give that to you here in just a moment. It's gonna be worth the price of the video. And so I'll tell you what, this is genius. You're gonna like this secret right there. First of all, I'm gonna give you 3 keys. I'm gonna put the 3 words together, and these are awesome words. They've been very beneficial in my life. You integrate them into your life, they're gonna be very beneficial as well. The first word is motivation. Now, Joe, can you put that word up on the screen there so your audience can see that? Okay, you guys got, yeah, okay, good, I like that. Now, motivation. Now, think about the word motivation. Motivation is not enough though, see, because what happens if you take an idiot and you motivate him, you got a motivated idiot, see? So, yeah, you need education. Right, so you got motivation plus education. All right, motivation plus education. You know what that equals? Inspiration. Because if you are motivated, all right, if you're motivated, you got a dream, you want to do something, then you get you an education because you're going to need an education, and you get that education, that's going to give you the inspiration because you know you're motivated, you know you're educated, and all of a sudden now you got the inspiration. Motivation plus education equals information. Don't ever forget that. Now, I said this is going to be worth it because I have a secret here. Now I'm going to ask you something here. Joe, how many letters are in the alphabet? 26, that is correct. Of those 26 letters now, you can actually take and rearrange all 26 of those letters, okay, to reconstruct and reconfigure over 750,000 words from only 26 letters. Imagine rearranging all those words to come up with 750,000 words. Now, you don't need 750,000 words. All you need is the letter, one letter, and it is the secret to all things that are worth living for. Let me give it to you. Are you guys ready? If you're ready, say ready. Here it is. That letter is the letter X, right there. What does it mean? Well, what it is, remember I was talking about your dream? Your dream is like a soap bubble floating in the midair on a windy day near the jagged rocks. It can be easily taken by negativity, by naysayers, by people that just don't believe in it. But if you have a dream that you cultivate and you take care of and you believe, and you take and you've clearly defined what it is that you want, you can actually put an X on that. That's all. It becomes your focal point. It's the X. You put an X on what you want. A lot of people don't know what they want. You have to define what it is that you want. So let's say you want to write a book, okay? You put your X on that book and you focus on that book and you can manifest that book, see? Let's say you want to be, maybe you want to be a photographer. You like take pictures, that kind of stuff. That's all you got. You got to get the school and you get the education, you buy the books, you do the training. You put an X on photography because that's what you want, see? It doesn't matter what it is. Let's say you want to go to college and get a degree. Doesn't matter, put an X on that, see? It all works if you work it. The X is really the key, I'll tell you right there. Joe, I hope that was really worth your while. Hope that your audience is like that. Now listen here, before you go, I got 2 videos right up here, okay? One was what we call the 5 fan favorites. It's a playlist of 5 different videos. They're all fun, they're all good, they're all great. But my favorite, this is my favorite one right down here. This is the one where we were at the No-Tell Motel. We're back at the No-Tell Motel next week. But you saw me right there where my ex-wife kept calling me. That one there is one of my favorite videos. You check that out. You have some fun. If you want to check that out, take a look at it. It's all good stuff. It's all good. It's all good. So anyways, guys, thank you. And watch, take a pick. You pick whichever one you want. You got the choice. And remember, you have the power to make your dreams come true. All right, guys, enjoy the videos.